Hey,
Hello.
hi.
Hello, Mac.
Um, we have just gone through another process of learning why we prefer to do in-person episodes of this. Uh,
Mhm.
so, has the troubles that we have just experienced with our IT issues been a metaphor for the season as a whole?
Well, look, I don't think it's going to go down in history as one of the best seasons in history. A metaphor, our troubles from this, maybe Ben's troubles, and maybe a metaphor for Ben's ability to survive on an island. I mean, I might get night terrors from this later on tonight. To be fair,
Bit of a concern, you know. Um, yeah, he's been having a rough time. He's had like what, three instances over the course of the season now, hasn't he? And I was
he has.
actually
He has.
thinking like how heartbreaking it would be for him to like be pulled out at final six.
Um,
It was a
look,
brief
I think
possibility, I
to be
thought.
pulled out at final six when you're like what 3 days from the end.
I
I
know.
think if he's gone this far for them to go like, actually, nah, Ben, I don't think you can do this. Might be a bit mean on the old fella. I think I think he deserves to rock out for at least another few
I
days.
I suppose being pulled possibly wrong term, there was a possibility that he may have actually bailed himself, pulled himself out.
That's true. That's true. It did look like it might have been heading that way for sure, but thankfully he's got the lovely Kenzie there to look after him. She was very sweet.
She
She was very
was
sweet,
good. Good Christian
despite the
woman.
fact that he was that.
Good Christian woman.
Oh yeah. She is. I understand that she might be those tattoos definitely scream Christian woman to me, absolutely. But that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. Blah. But it was nice. It was nice to see that though, because after Ben um, wrote her down because he forgot who to vote for, which is interesting. Um, I think it was nice of her to come to his aid. Come to his aid.
That was bizarre. Like, it was a mistake at travel. You're in the booth and it was a mistake. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, especially
Okay.
because there was talk from Q saying he was supposed to vote for Kenzie, but he didn't vote for Kenzie, which means someone was speaking about voting for Kenzie, and someone told Ben to vote for Kenzie. I think he was just trying to cover his tracks a little bit there. Was Mr. Ben? So
Here's the game board from where we got left off last week. I hope you have
mhm.
enjoyed the various ways of me representing Q in this game. I didn't think he'd last this long. And there was a couple of weeks where it was a bit of a struggle. I mean, Q Gardens was a bit of a stretch, and
Mhm. So,
Schoolboy Q as well. But then this week I remembered Q Magazine was my favourite read. So Q Magazine it is with a classic cover with PJ Harvey Bjork and Tori Amos there.
wonderful,
Uh,
wonderful.
it also, have you noticed that the only player in our game to still have her original picture is Maria?
It's Maria. That's right.
Sure. So here we are, and at the end of last, well, so this episode from the end of last tribal, Maria was upset about Venus attacking her character, and
Yes.
then we had that whole puffle over Ben writing the wrong name. Okay,
Yeah.
and so that was thing. Then we had the anxiety attacks with Ben, so that was a bit of a concern. But as you noted, Kenzie was lovely. So yeah,
She was sweet. She's such a sweetheart.
yeah. Um, However, we get news headlines over Liz has taken a shit, which again is something of a metaphor for what this season has become. The fact that Liz taking a shit is taking so much focus. Like again,
I can't,
metaphor.
Mac. I can't I can't do it anymore. I can't actually like listen to her speak anymore. I've done my dash. Like every time she opens her mouth, I'm just like, God, no one cares, Liz, that you've just taken a shit. Like literally, it's not that big of a deal. Like it might be a big deal to her, which is fine. But when it comes to television, I don't really care about her BMs as she called them. She actually called them BMs. Shut
Yeah,
up, Liz.
yeah, she did.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
but you know what, Liam? I'm the sucker that picked her. She's mine.
You are. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So
I
we've got some
I
business to attend to from last week. You remember at the end of last with last week. We had 3 mail found,
Mhm.
and Andrea found it.
Mhm.
Andrea's not able to join us.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're going
Okay.
to just go through this. And this is the streamer that she found. So she must choose one of the following 2 choices. We went amazing race style. Give you a choice without giving you any details. Keep the peace or cause some chaos. So you don't know what either
Can I
of
have a
those
guess?
were. Yeah, sure, go.
No, I don't. I reckon she was causing some chaos. I reckon
Okay. Well,
that's
this
my guess.
was keep the peace. Feel free to read this.
Sure. Okay. No worries. So keep the peace. There are 3 awards worth $5 each. You will now receive one, but must pass the beware advantage to another player who will have to make the same choice you just have. This may only be passed on twice. That's
Okay.
the keep the peace.
Yeah. She didn't do that.
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
So
I had a feeling.
so that's gone. Instead, go for it.
Cause some chaos. All right. The remaining $15 reward money will now go into the second place in jackpot, but you must swap 2 castaways between any 2 players still left in our game at no cost to yourself. You may choose to swap out your own player, but it will cost you $10 of your reward money earned so far if you have any. The swap will be effective immediately. I do not like this at all.
Really. Well, and on top of
Not at
that,
all.
because Anja hasn't got any money of her own, that bit isn't an option.
Well, I mean, I what do I get to like if it is the person, say it is my person, do I get a chance to not have this happen?
No,
Do I get to fight it out? Is there a challenge that I can partake in?
this is the way.
Or this is the way.
So
Okay.
these are the people who are in contention. Who did she choose? Who did she choose? She went with those 2.
Okay.
Reactions, etc.
No, none. I don't like it. That's my reaction. I don't like it. But that's fine.
So yeah.
That's fine.
So
That's
Liam,
fine.
you and I, we've done a swapsy. And she's giving you Liz, who you're such a fan of, and she's going to carry you to the end. But that said, you are the only player left with both of their castaways in the game still. And I've got Kinsey. So thanks, Andrew. I'm actually pretty happy with how that worked out. Pleasure doing business
I
with
bet
you.
you are. I bet you are.
That does mean the $15 that was up for grabs in this advantage has gone into the second place Jeff bot, which I think from memory has taken it to $85 for second place. And that is it. Let's go through the rest of the episode, though, very quickly, though, because time is of the essence. We had the rewards challenge, and yeah, it was Chinese food, lessons from home, and Charlie won that. How'd you feel about that?
About Charlie winning the reward.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, it was fine.
Sure. Yeah.
I think usually that's a curse for a lot of people winning that reward and taking people to it. Like usually that leads to the death of that person every single time this season happens, but not this time. Not this time.
Sure. There you go. And took Liz and Kenzie, our buddies, and there was meltdowns over the letters, but hey, they're so close to the end. I mean, I honestly don't think I'll be having a meltdown knowing that regardless of how this game plays for me, I'll be seeing my loved ones in a couple of days anyway. So I wouldn't be too upset.
Yeah. No, I think it's a mental thing, isn't it? It's a mental thing. So
Yeah.
it's
Let
going
me
to be
get
nice
back to
to have that.
Yeah. All right. But I mean, me and Rob, we take time out from each other all the time. It's like, oh yeah, love you, bud. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. See you later.
Let me get back to camp, and everyone goes idol hunting. Guess who finds an idol? There's going to be gameplay. Amanda is safe. We've seen this happen before.
I think this is well, I won't jump ahead, Mac. I'll wait till the actual trouble happens before I jump into that part of stuff. Not that, not so like no one's not seen the episode yet, but yeah, we'll see.
I think if you're watching this, you have community challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, good challenge, but Maria wins it. She takes it out. That's her third win, and I did actually note Jeff's comments that she is joining a elite club of females who have won 3 immunity challenges in one season, and that includes seasons where they had 39 days. So more power to her.
I think she's got a chance to win another one as well. I reckon she'll get one more in the bank, break the record.
Yeah.
Well, she kind of has to now. I reckon she has to kind of keep winning after her tribals. She has to kind of keep winning those, and obviously now I'll be rooting for that to happen quite hard. I wasn't ready for that to happen.
No,
I wasn't ready for that to happen at all. But now I have to.
I mean, you're in a very solid position.
No, I was in a very solid position. I am no longer in a very solid position.
You don't think Liz is going to take second place out of sympathy?
No, of course not. Why would she?
So of that final 6, we Q spelled a rat, and the edit was lined up to imply that all going one way, and Q is going to do the smart thing. But we all know he doesn't play his idol, and we had these votes. Charlie, you skirt. Good news. I did make a point of actually putting.
Yeah, I was going to say I did like that there was everyone wrote down, and the person who dislikes Q the most wrote his full name. I'm not too sure if that was like a mother's being upset with their son kind of idea, but yeah, I thought that was quite funny. I think this season has had 6 idols, all of them not played, I believe. It's been something else. Like, and I think the only one who really knew about each idol was like there was only one person from each time, other than Hunter, who basically told everyone to try and save himself, and I guess Tiffany as well. Everyone else has kind of kept it to themselves, by one person. So it's kind of gone through this notion where a lot of people haven't known that they've avoided an idol not being played. That wasn't the best way of saying any of that, but you know what I mean. What about all the other ones? Like, what about the tribe? Has anyone got that yet, or is there still people across all tribes left?
So the side bet, we're going into the finale. Me, Denise, Andrea, we've got no chance of winning the side bet. Who's going to go out next? Is it going to be Kenzie or Nami? That's where the money's going to fall.
Kenzie or Liz. Yeah. I mean, now I've got to hope for Liz going out. Now it's so confusing for me now. I don't know what to do.
We're going to have a lot of business to wrap up in the finale next week, can't we? This has been traumatic.
You're telling me. It's been a horrible episode. It's been a horrible CastaWAys episode for me.
Well, who knows? It might. This season's had so many twists and turns. It might work in your favor. You still got a double shot to win money, big money. So, are we getting together next week?
We can do Thursday. Yeah, we can do Thursday. I've already put Survivor finale in my calendar in case anyone is free for such a thing. Although I can see that a lot of people have kind of laid low this season, which makes sense, but this is the finale. So if you can, we should definitely do it. Get together for sure.
Yeah, matey. Take care. Good luck with house stuff.
Yes, house stuff indeed. We'll get to it now.
Mate, I've got a lot of editing to do on this shit.